to do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was not on last week as I was on vacation, but we are getting back into it, and I got some cool stuff to share with you tonight. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to get set up here on the iPad so I can listen to your questions. And if you will be, let's see, Vern, if you can let me know if you can hear me all right, I would greatly appreciate it. And then we will get started. Let's see. So I'm very excited about being back. You can hear me. Wonderful. So let's get to the announcements first, and then we'll get to everything else, shall we? All right. So I'm very excited about being back from vacation. I kind of need a vacation from my vacation, but that's just how it goes with kids. But it was nice getting away. It was nice spending a lot of time with the family. But I am recharged and ready to go. I've got a lot of great stuff coming your way shortly. So I'm very excited about that. So stay with me, be patient with me, because in the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing a lot of really fun stuff. So that's that. Now, if you are new, this is our live Q&A. We try to do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is a question and answer. So if you have any questions about your Coturnix quail or your business or anything like that, I try my best to help out. Sometimes I don't have the answers, but I do try to give you an avenue to get there if I don't have the answer. So if you have questions, feel free to ask, and I will be happy to try to help you in any way I can. Second is this is the last Sunday of the month. So next week at 7 p.m., a week from today, Sunday, wow, I will be doing our 18 and under contest giveaway. What that is every month, the first Sunday of every month, I do a giveaway for anyone that's 18 and under. They can email me at Zach, Z-A-C-K, at myshirefarm.com. Down, right there, myshirefarm.com. Yep. And they can let us know who they are, how old they are, and why they're wanting to win. And then we'll pick a winner every month. We send them 60 free Myshire Farm eggs from us. We also collaborate with Wynola Ranch, and Wynola Ranch actually gives a cage away for free to help them get started. This is to help encourage entrepreneurship, responsibility, getting to know, kind of farm to table kind of thing, raising their own meat and eggs, and things like that. So I'll go into it a little bit more next week, but that's kind of what it is. So if you want to participate, or your children or grandchildren or niece or nephew or whatever, feel free. And once you enter, it stays there until you win. So that's very exciting. Also, I will be introducing our newest color. That's right. I'm already ready. I'm very excited about it. We'll be introducing a brand new color next week from Myshire Farm. So we'll have that up for you next week. So that's very exciting. I do have a couple of notes that I'm going to talk about tonight about feed. So hopefully that'll help you a little bit as well. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. I felt like there's something in my throat all day, and I cannot shake it. So that's going to be very exciting. Next week's going to be a really big one. Plus the 18 and under contest. Again, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. There are a couple things that we do every Sunday on here, and that is if you want to let us know where you are from, feel free to do that. And I will do a shout out. It's always interesting to see where everybody's at. That's in the wonderful world of quail. And also, if you've hatched any eggs out from us in the past, I'm going to say 2 weeks because I was out of town all week, and I set everything up, texts, Facebook, Myshire messages, emails, everything, that it automatically sent an automatic message saying we're out of town. I did not look at a message. In fact, I got a notification from my phone yesterday that said I was my activity was 87% down from last week, and I'm like, yep, sounds about right. So that was actually pretty relaxing for me. So that was nice. But if you've hatched anything out in the past 2 weeks, feel free to let me know. I will write it down for our records. And then I have kind of two surprises. If you combine both surprises, they're kind of big. They're fun. So I'll give you one surprise now and one surprise when we hit 100. All right, it looks like we're back. Are we good? I was frozen. That is correct. I'm very sorry. I'm like, yes. So I'm going to wait just a second to get everybody caught up. I know, right? You're good. Got your back. Okay, so I think we're all back. I just changed something on my phone. I'm out of practice, I guess. I forgot to change something. So that shouldn't happen again. I apologize. But one of the surprises is the white wing pharaohs, the jumbo white wings, are going to be back on our website tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. And if you hit the like button, if we get enough likes, I'll give you the second surprise. And then remember, next week, we do the 18 and under contest giveaway, as well as a brand new color. So I'm very excited about those things. Also, I'll be on Katernik's Corners YouTube channel this Tuesday at 7 p.m. I believe there's going to be a couple people on there, so you will want to check that out. But yeah, so all of our jumbos will be officially back on the website. I just did orders today for the past week, and it looks like I can get almost everything out this week. So I'm very excited about that, which means we're like, you order now and you'll be able to ship within 3 to 5 days. So I am back caught up. So I'm very excited about that. And again, I've got another surprise for you if you hit that like button. So I need 100 likes before I give you the other surprise. And if we get 120 likes, I'll show you the new color now. All right, so here we go. Autumn is in the house. Good evening from Minnesota. Welcome. Glad you're here. Verna's in the house. She is our moderator on the YouTube channel. She does a fantastic job. So thanks for being here. Beth, which is my right hand on the Newbie Quail Lovers site on Facebook. She is here. Hello from beautiful Cave City, Arkansas. It's a balmy 73 with gorgeous blue skies. That's awesome. We actually got into town last night. It was like 54 degrees. It's been cold today, and then it's supposed to start warming up tomorrow, mid 70s, and then get back up to the 80s the rest of the week. So I don't know what that was all about, but it got cold. Harley's in the house. Good evening from Maryland. I have a lot to ask tonight. Wonderful. Go ahead. I will get to the questions. Verna's birthday chicks started hatching early this morning, so that's pretty cool. Philip is in the house. Louisiana, where we finally dried out. Yeah, I know you guys have had a flood there, so I'm glad it's drying out there for you. Your eggs will go out on Tuesday. Row S says, Verna, when you, oh, not talking to me. Kevin says, good evening from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome, glad you're here. Mine started overnight. I'm well over 50% already. That's awesome. Let me know the end result, Beth. I also wanted to get with you. Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, most likely Wednesday. But if you have any time Wednesday, or text me tomorrow and we'll set something up where we can talk for a few minutes on Wednesday. There's some things that I wanted to run past you and talk about. The barn did not go as planned while I was gone. The orders went out, so that's good. And the quail are alive, so that's awesome. But yeah, I gotta get caught up. So the next couple of days, I'm gonna be pretty stacked. But I was kind of expecting it, unfortunately. All right, so Autumn's in the house. Mine are just over a week old and thriving. 27 out of 45. That's not bad at all. Congratulations, Autumn. 27 out of 45. If you're still on, Autumn, if you could let me know what you ordered, that would be fantastic. Row S says giving eggs to friends. Very cool. Autumn says 5 more due to hatch on the 12th. Wonderful. Best of luck to you. Charlotte's Crazy Critters is in the house. Heather from Vermont. Welcome. If you're not talking. All right. Whiskey Tango Farms is in the house. She does every other week a video on like Quail 101. It's very interesting. She's doing a fantastic job. I would definitely recommend you checking that out. It's on the Katernik's Corner YouTube channel. Hello, everyone. Missed you all last week. I always look forward to these shows. I feel like we are all family. Absolutely. I feel the exact same way. I'm glad you're here. Autumn says no live last week. No, I was on vacation last week and did not touch my phone, which was bizarre but cool all at the same time. Let's get this party started. Absolutely. Thank you very much for being here. Brooke says hello, all officially Cali Quail Keepers. Very nice name. Very cool. Congratulations. Harley says, I hope you had fun on your vacation. Welcome back. Well, thank you very much. We did a lot of just hanging around, playing some games, took them to the pool a lot. I hate the pool. Like, I loathe it. Like, I can't stand it. But we were there for about 6 hours a day. So it is what it is. Denise from Terralingu. No, I'm just going to say Texas. But Denise is in the house from Texas. Welcome. Hot here in North Carolina, 90s for the week. That's pretty hot. Kristen says hello from Virginia. Welcome. Glad you're here. Verna says hit that thumbs up button, everyone. Absolutely. Hit the thumbs up because when we get to 100 likes, I've got another surprise for you. So I'm pretty excited about that. Beth, not talking to me. Drop Smoke, hello from Nashville, Michigan. Welcome. Glad you're here. Donna says, I have a broody hen. Very cool. I have never had a broody hen, so that's pretty cool. I'm up for a quail com. I'm still not saying no. No one's gotten with me. And I can't do that alone. Maddox Farms from Arnoldsville, Georgia. We've hatched 22 out of 30 Autumn Ambers on 5/16. That is awesome. That means you would have ordered 25, so I'm actually going to write down 22 out of 25 AA. Very cool. Awesome. You did a great job. All right, I got to fix that. Hold on just a second. There we go. All right. Congratulations. That is awesome. Pretty high hatch rate. Donna says 3 of my bird legs are swollen at joint. That's usually due to bumblefoot, and it goes up the leg, usually. If their leg or if their feet look swollen as well, maybe there's some scrapes and cuts on the bottom of the foot. That's most likely what it is. It's pretty much an infection. We have experimented with it before, and if you actually take a pin and poke a hole and kind of drain it out, typically they do fine after that. I've not really seen any fatalities due to it. It just looks really bad. It looks awful. It looks really bad. We don't actually have that anymore. We might maybe have one in there that gets scraped, but we do like a coated wire now. So it's very smooth. And that's mainly what it is there's sharp edges on that wire. It'll cut their foot. They get an infection in it. And then it swells up. So, Verna gave the email address where you can enter the 18 and under contest. Absolutely. Whiskey Tango Farms is excited about the new color. So am I. And this will officially be my new favorite color. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. I know I'm going out of track, but Richard said honey is good for bumblefoot. So that's pretty interesting. I've never tried that. Charlotte's Crazy Critter says, another new color. So excited to add another new color. And my growl tuxes won't even hatch until Friday. I know. Very excited about it. I've been hatching out quite a bit lately from me for new breeders or for extra breeders or whatever. And the color that I'll be introducing is hatching out like 98% true. And that other 2% is still kind of hatching true, just like a shade different. So about 98%. It's feather sexable. They're fairly large. They're not jumbos, but they're fairly large. But another feather sexable quail, a really cool, unique color. I'm very excited about it. And if by chance, by chance, we can get to 120 likes tonight, I will introduce it tonight. So hit that like button and tell everybody else to do so. Forgot to say I am from smack dab in the middle of Wisconsin. Welcome. Oh, that was Whiskey Tango Farms. Yes. Brooks has another round in lockdown now, picking up my celadon eggs from Tuxedo's Friday. Very cool. You actually have an order that goes out on Tuesday. So that's pretty cool. John says, just put 25 pearls in lockdown and 50 jumbo wilds, and everybody have a great Memorial Day. Absolutely. Thank all the men and women to give their lives so we would have freedom. Absolutely. We had a 7-hour car trip to vacation and 7 hours back. And we discussed the meaning of holidays, the meaning of Memorial Day and the meaning of July 4th and the meaning of Veterans Day and the meaning of this, that, and the other. I think it's very important for people to understand why we do what we do. So, yes, I hope everybody has a very reflective Memorial Day. Santiago Lopez says, hello, Zach, from St. Paul, Minnesota. Welcome. Glad you're here. I think I fixed that. My 13-year-old celadon, my 13-week-old celadon ain't laying yet, and we have 15 hours of daylight. Excuse me. Well, I would probably move that 15 to about 17 or 18 hours a day. That'll help a little bit. And other than that, I mean, it depends on what feed you have. I need to know, but we don't sell celadons, so I would need to know a lot more information to try to help you out. But I would bump up the temperature. Make sure you're doing a layer feed with a decent calcium. Make sure it's a 5-to-1 ratio, 5 hens to 1 male. 5 hens to 1 male. Make sure they have space. So I recommend 3 to 3.5 quail per square foot. Those are a couple things you can check out. Katernik's Corner's in the house. Hi, everyone. Hello, Myshire, Southwest Florida here. Absolutely. Glad you're here. Thank you. Kathy says hello from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. Welcome. Glad you're here. Very cool. From now on, I'm just going to say WTF for Whiskey Tango Farms. WTF says, of course, it buffers when he's yes, I know. But I think we fixed it, so that's good. Let's see. Okay, Harley says, Zach, I got 25 fab fee eggs from you. Received 30, 28 went into the incubator, 26 hatched. I had 11 quail before. Now I have more than 35. Very cool. Congratulations, Harley. Wonderful hatch rate. You did an awesome job. Let's see. 26 hatched. So 26 out of 25 is what you would have ordered. So that is wonderful. So you got everything that you ordered. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Let's see. Question. Can jumbos grow too fast? Yes, they can. My last hatch, May 18th, are much bigger than the other hatches. 74 grams at 12 days. They are walking fine, but so big fat already. Feed is game bird. Starter crumbles. It really just depends. I wouldn't be I would give them constant feed and constant water, and they'll take care of the rest. Drop Smoke says my tracking had updated saying it was in Cincinnati, but when I checked back again, it said Miamisburg and hasn't changed since. I'm not too sure. I mean, I got back in yesterday, which was Saturday, got in late, so I won't be talking to the post office until Tuesday. But I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure they're going out or somebody messed something up. I don't know. But we guarantee a 50% hatch rate, so I wouldn't stress about it, and just keep me posted on the hatch. Philip says, okay, let me sign in a bunch of accounts. We will get 125 likes. There you go. Again, if we get to 120 likes, I'll introduce the new color. But if we get to 100, I have a surprise to announce. So hit that like button for me. Charlotte's Crazy Critters Home says 3 to 5 day shipping and maybe a new color announcement tonight. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. Absolutely. I've got a lot of great things coming everybody's way, so I'm very excited about that. Richard Brown says, what is the finished weight of Jumbo versus other Coturnix? I can't really discuss that yet. I don't want to discuss that yet. So right now I'm doing a playlist on our YouTube channel, Jumbo Breeders. I'm actually weighing them tomorrow. They are 3 weeks old as of this past Friday. So they'll be a little bit older than 3 weeks, but then, I'll weigh, put that video on, and then we'll be posting videos every Friday to get back on track. But I was out of town, and it is what it is. But the current standard is a jumbo is 10 ounces or above at 10 weeks old. A standard really varies. I'll tell you, the Myshire farm standard weight of a standard quail is around 8.5 to 9 ounces. Some are 7.5. It really depends on the color and things like that. So, but again, we have our jumbo wilds that average, 12 to 14 ounces at 10 weeks old. And then we've got, our scarlets that average about 7.5 to 8 ounces at 10 weeks old. So, I mean, it really depends. Fab fees are about 10 to 10.5. Our white wing pharaohs are about 10.5 to 11. It all varies. Brooke says, oh, nope, talking to Brooke. Nope, talking to Beth. Brooke says, today was a calling day, always hard for me, hard to choose males to keep for fertilizing. All are unique. Going big, though. There you go. That's wonderful. Good news. Richard Brown's in the house from Tennessee. Welcome. Junie says, hello from Chester, Virginia. Welcome. I can't pronounce any of that, but I'm glad you're here. Jesse Mills says, hi, everyone. Welcome back, Zach. Thank you. Everybody hit the like button. Let's see the new color. There you go. Hit that like button. Support the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Beth Reed says, either Tuesday or Wednesday will work fine. Just let me know roughly when you're going to call. Okay, will do. I'll get with you tomorrow sometime to narrow it down on when we can. I got to get this place. This is a disaster. But I guess it could be worse. Let's see. Hello, everyone from Richmond, Virginia. Welcome. Glad you're here. Zaria04. Wish I would have brought 2 of these. So that's a bummer. Autumn Weem says, choice variety. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Not bad at all. Congratulations. Right before vacation, I was working about 18 hours a day before I left to get things in order. We switched out all of our males, so I'm very excited about that. So fertility will probably increase a little bit, but just stay consistent. It's not going to drop at all. If anything, it'll go up a little bit. So I'm very excited about that. Moved a bunch more over. Oh, I didn't even finish what I was saying earlier. So we've been putting in a lot of quail for us. If you're new or haven't really watched this YouTube channel very much, I go on tangents every once in a while, so I apologize. So this is a tangent. So we've been putting in quite a bit of eggs for us that I wanted to increase, so I wasn't out of stock all the time. currently, other than the white-winged pharaohs, everything is available on our website right now. So I'm very excited about that. Starting tomorrow, it'll be the first time in God knows how long, like long time, that everything will be available on our website, plus the new color that I introduced a few weeks ago. And then next week, we're introducing another new color. So everything is coming. All the hard work is starting to pay off. So I'm very excited about that. But so I was feeding and watering today and noticed that we have over tripled our numbers in our jumbo wilds with larger sizes. So that's awesome. We've over tripled on our jumbo whites, and they are bigger than they've ever been. So that's awesome. We have tripled in our white wings, and they are hatching much more true, which is awesome. We 2.5 to 3 times the amount of our Egyptians, which have increased an entire ounce on average. So that is awesome. We increased our sex links. I've got some news on that. They are now considered jumbos. I did a test run, hatched them out. They are averaging around 10.5, male and female. The females are about 10.7. The males are about 10.5, so they're very, very even. But now they're jumbo sex links, so I'm very excited about that. And the new colors are coming out. So, yeah, I mean, it's really rewarding to see all the hard work you put in for months and months and years for new colors and jumbos, and it's all coming together. So I'm very excited about that. David says hello from the UK. Welcome. Glad you're here. And from Ohio, welcome. Chet from Houston, welcome. Starting a small quail operation in nearby Wharton County soon. Very cool. Congratulations. Best of luck to you. Philip says, LOL, my company's name is Peepaw's Quail and Creepy Critters, live bait and reptile feed. Very cool. Very cool. Homestead. A homestead. Okay, very cool. Let's see. 10,000 egg, brother, 1 week. How much money work? I don't know what that means. 10,000. We get over 10,000 eggs a week. We get, I don't know, a little over 14,000 eggs a week. A lot of work, though. Let's pick a day, and we will all show up at Myshire for the Quail Con. I like it. Kristen, if you're interested, why don't you get with me this week, later on in the week, and I don't know, we'll just talk about it and kind of brainstorm and throw ideas out, and we'll see. I'm not opposed to it. I think it would be really fun. Um, Courtney says hello from Southwest Missouri. Welcome. My first order from you is currently chirping in the hatcher. Wonderful. Can't wait to open it up and see how many there are. Very cool. Keep me posted, and best of luck to you. Honey, I read that one. Honey is good for bumblefoot. Use a cream after cleaning. There you go. Some good info. Found one that works. Question: what time of day do your hens lay? Mine lay between 4 and 8. Mine lay between, I'm going to say 12 and 3, maybe 11 and 2, somewhere around there. Charlotte's Crazy Critters Homestead says, Feather Sexpool almost 100% true. Wow. I know. Very exciting. Please share this video on your page and like this video so we can all hear about Zach's new favorite color tonight. There you go. We're halfway there on the like, so hit the like button. If we get to 100, I've got a surprise for you. If we get to 120, I'm going to show you a brand new color that's going to be available very shortly. So that's very exciting. Wish I had something else to drink, but I don't. Brooke says, question, I drove an hour and a half and bought 1 week olds. Their feet were so horrible with poop encrusted on their feet. I soaked them all and cleaned it. Looks like bottom of some were gray. A concern? Well, typically gray means It's not the blood's not circulating there. So hopefully you cleaned it, you got the poop balls off, and so circulation will start going back through there. Um, it's, I would have to see him. I would assume since he cleaned them all off, majority, if not all, are going to get circulation back in there, and it'll lighten up in color. Um, you'll just have to watch them, but you'll know which ones are not going to be able to make it. The Rochelle Farms in the house. Welcome from Connecticut. Glad to see you here. Organic food #1, New York. Very bad. Nothing organic. Food like butter. Nothing different. Somebody I love me. Organic. We do not do organic because it's ridiculously expensive, and we have a lot of quail. It's a cool idea, but on the same token, I mean, just it's not worth the cost, in my opinion. I mean, we could do it, and then I raise the prices, but I just don't think it's. I mean, we do an all natural. We don't do a medicated or anything like that, and I feel like that's sufficient. What age do males cover hens? Good. Typically, they start crowing and start maturing between 5.5 to 6 weeks, typically for males. I wouldn't say they're good until end of week 7, beginning of week 8 to be safe, but could do week 6. Leanne is in the house. Leanne Burlow from North Kentucky. Welcome. Glad you're here. I thought maybe not. Maybe you went out last. I thought I had an order for you. Harley says from the 26 fab fee that hatched, one is white or yellow. Is that normal? It's probably just a pure fee. One, yeah, I would say that's normal. Charlotte's Crazy Critter says I liked and shared from personal and business account. Come on everyone, let's get enough likes. There you go. I'm glad to see everybody really excited about it. Hit the like button, support the channel, and I will reward you with a new color. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. From Verna, welcome, thank you. Eco Blue Farm says, question, the temps are above 70 at night. Is that okay to put chicks and grow out hutch outdoors? And how many weeks old do you recommend, please? I would probably wait another week. I would wait another week to put them outdoors. How many weeks old do you recommend? I recommend 4 at this time. When it's actually summer, well, if it's going outdoors, I always recommend 4, unless it's winter. Wow, it's really hard to answer that. So depending on the weather, most of the time it should be 4 weeks, except for winter when it's not 4 weeks at all. If they're going to a grow out cage inside, I say 3 weeks during spring, summer, and fall. But if they're going outside, at least 4 weeks. Walker County, Texas, Eco Blue Farms. Welcome. Glad you're here. WTF says, I enjoy your rants, though. Well, thank you. I'm glad somebody does. Brooks says, awesome. You have all on your site plus new color. Yeah, well, the growl tux is on the site that I introduced a couple weeks ago, plus everything is available except for the white wings, which will be available starting tomorrow. Actually, I'm just going to do it tonight because I'm going to forget. So after this YouTube video is when I'll put the white wings back on the website. And then next week, we'll be introducing a new color and putting that on the website. So I'm very excited about a lot of that. Thank you, Verna. I appreciate it. Infection Prevention says, hello, everyone. Hope you all having a good weekend. Absolutely. Little Rochelle Farm says, question, in the Feather Sexual mix, I have what looks like an Egyptian color with a white barring, similar to the Fab Fee. How can I create that look? I can't tell you that right now. It's a very good question, but I can't tell you that. I'm sorry. I don't like knowing the answers and not being able to share it, but I can't do that right now. I will let you know soon, though. I promise. Alyssa says, Joseph Littleton, Moorhead, Kentucky, hatched 90 out of 110, 2 weeks old tomorrow. Very cool. Congratulations. Joseph Littleton, if you're still on, if you could let me know what kind you ordered, what you ordered, it would be helpful so I can write it down. But congratulations on the hatch. That is super awesome. Best of luck to you in the future. Andrew from Niagara County, New York. Welcome. Glad you're here. PH Fernandez says, hey, subscriber from Brazil here. Very glad you're here. Hopefully you'll learn something and enjoy yourself. Verna says, I'll call Thursday at noon. Absolutely. Whiskey says, really? Oh my God, yes, I'll text you. That's great. Yeah, I think me and you could work together and we could come up with something, I think. Andrew says, question, what is your lead time on jumbos? I just did orders today. I would say less than a week. I've got to get some orders out that, so anyone that ordered after Friday last week, I did not ship out. So from Friday until today, it was previous orders or corporate accounts that George could get together while I was on vacation. So it'll take me about a week to get caught up. And then after that, I would say going forward about 3 to 5 day wait time on everything. So I'm very excited about that, including jumbos for the most part. But definitely not 2 or 3 weeks anymore, which is very cool. Brooke says, question, Zach, did you get your snake so massive by feeding chicks? My snake won't eat, so I've donated to Raptor Reserve. The snake did when it got large enough, it ate males, like 2, 3, 4 week old males. We don't have that snake anymore, though. It was given away. Not a huge fan of snakes, to be honest with you. Let's see. Take a break and get a drink. We will wait. Well, I'm in the barn, and I don't think I have anything in the fridge since I've been gone. I know I don't. Took everything with me. Taco Promotions has a question. In your opinion, would crossing 3 different bloodlines to create your own breed? No. No, you wouldn't be creating your own breed by doing that. You'd be crossing everybody else's. Having your own breed is really okay. So Robbie from James Marine, a long time ago from James Marine Farms, when we talked, way back in the day, explained it to me like this. The rule of thumb, how everybody's always done it, and here's the thing. There's some things that, well, we've always done it this way. That it shouldn't be. Okay, we'll change it up. Make it better, right? Then there's some things that are traditions that's just always been that way that should stay that way, right? This is one of those things that should just stay that way. So having your own breed, having your own line, it should be at least 20 generations is what he told me. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, 100%. So, you know, getting this, that, and the other and breeding them together is not really creating your own. It's, you know, a breeding program, generation to generation to generation, doing different things with it, bringing it back together, you know, crossing it. That's a line. What happens if we raise quail on the ground in a fenced and protected area? Do they stop the posture or reduce it? Do they stop? Have you ever tried it? Please comment. What do you know about? Love your channel. Thank you very much, PH Fernandez. You can raise them on the ground. We've tried that before. They don't seem to be as consistent when they're on the ground. They seem to be more consistent on wire. Plus, you know, they don't really lay in one spot. They'll just lay wherever they want. So for a quail farm, it's pretty, you can't do it. You just, I don't know why, or I mean, I guess you could, but you spend all day walking around trying to, you know, you really need them in cages. But if you have a small flock, absolutely, they won't be as consistent layers, but yeah, they'll love it. They're interesting. I use Dr. Bonner's Epsom salt dilute bath to soak feet. Works well and softens quickly for the bumblefoot. Very cool. Good news. Good information. Rob says, watching from the San Francisco Bay Area in the RV, not the house. Very cool. Hope you're having a good time. Harley says that nope, not talking to me. Harley says that they're in Brazil too. Very cool. Eco Blue Farm says, question, I plan to raise for meat only the first hatch. I want to, however, keep 5. For egg layers, should separate them as soon as they go to grow out hutches. I do, yes. I separate the males and the hens when I move them out into the main barn. Yes, I would say that's a good practice. Rod from Ontario, Canada is in the house. Welcome. Are jumbos a colored quail, or when you say color, are those regular quail? It's a good question. I'm probably saying it incorrectly, or confusingly anyway. So jumbos is a weight class. So for example, we have jumbo wilds, jumbo whites, jumbo Egyptians, jumbo white winged pharaohs, and now jumbo sex links. And then we have our standard colors. And then we have our rare colors, but all of them are standard weight. So it can get kind of confusing, but jumbo refers to the size, not the color. Autumn says, I was curious if you or your wife would be interested into a chick color video like the other one you have posted. We are working on that. That is on my list to get done fairly shortly, to be honest with you. So I'm very excited about that. Some of it's done, but there's just so many colors. Oh my God. And I've got a problem with, like, in my head, I think, okay, taking a picture of a chick is literally going to take me 30 seconds. When I put it into the brooder, just take a picture of it. And then I just get so caught up with to-do lists. I'm like, I got to go, got to go, got to go. And I just, I'm working on it. La Rochelle Farm says, Zach, that's so not right. You must share. I need those likes. Hit the like button. Support the channel. No matter what, I'll show it to you next week. Dean says, hey, from Australia. Welcome. Glad you're here. Australia is really cool. Me and my wife talked on the trip on the way down or up. I don't remember where, or when we had this conversation. But I said, if you could go anywhere on a trip, where would you go? And she said, Australia. And that is a good choice. Very good choice. Really like to go to Europe. I think that would be super cool. I mean, Ireland and England and Amsterdam and France and stuff like that would be really cool. Really cool. Not France, Paris. Italy would be super cool. Caribbeans would be cool. Haven't been there. I really haven't been anywhere internationally. I've been to Mexico and I've been to I guess that's it. Been to Mexico like 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Yeah. Guess I've been to Mexico a lot. Been to a lot of the states, but I've never really done international. So I'd love to do that on my list. I don't know why I'm still talking. Let's move on. Here in Brazil, we call the jumbos as giant quails. There you go. Very cool. I've really noticed that there's nothing wrong with that. I love it. But it's just, I think a lot of people get confused because people from other countries say and word things differently than how we do in the States. And I don't know who's right or wrong. I mean, it's just different ways of saying things. I don't think there is a right or wrong, but it translates. The translation just a little bit, I think, can get misconstrued a little bit. is what I've kind of noticed. But I'm just really happy that everybody is really getting into self-sufficiency and quail in general. So I think that's super cool. Joseph Littleton purchased the golds. Okay, 90 out of 110. Very cool. Congratulations. Will jumbo wild eggs fit in the egg turner okay? You might have to skip a space or two every once in a while, but for the most part, they'll fit. La Rochelle Farm says, question, okay, how about this? Is your white barred Egyptian going to be jumbo size? Listen, La Rochelle Farm. It's not, it will be, not present, but it will be. It's a current process. I've got my steps. We are on phase 3, and phase 4 is actually the weight. They're fairly large as it is, so it really won't take that long to get there. But they're not technically yet. But yeah, it will be. Let's see. I had to stagger the most recent ones he sent. They fit, but not side by side. There you go. That's a good answer and a good problem to have, if I must say myself. Donna says my broody hen originally came from you. Lady in Quincy, Illinois, tails and quail bought eggs from you. She's okay. Interesting. Yeah, being broody is more of an environmental issue. Not issue. It's more of an environment thing than it is um, genetics, in my opinion. Verna says, hit the thumbs up. Absolutely. Hit that thumbs up. Support the channel, and you will be able to find out a surprise. Eco Blue Farm says, question for the feet to get cleansed. So you just let them walk in a thin solution in a pan. I only have 40 plus, but they are so fragile. That would be a really good way to do it. We've done that before. When I was talking about using a needle on it, it's mainly when it gets infected into the leg. When it's more on the foot, more of a solution bath is better. But when it gets into that leg, it's typically better to operate, if you will. Charlotte Tollison? I hope I said that right. I'm sorry. Hello from Georgia. Will the white wing pharaohs be on for a while, or is it just short-term shot at them? I'm hoping that they'll be on for a while. I've got a lot more than what I did at the beginning of the year, so they should stay on. I'm hoping. I can't guarantee it, but I think they will. And says my rare mixed group are in the incubator. Awesome. Congratulations. I thought that I had sent them to you. I candled and looks like 27 of 30 are fertilized and growing. That is a good thing. Congratulations. If you have a large shed you plan on using for your quail room and their cages are high on the wall, can you use the floors on the shed as a chicken coop? You could. Yep, you could. I know a lot of people that do that. You just don't want them together. But if the quail are on the wall in the cages and the chickens are on the ground, then I don't think that's a problem at all. You don't want opposite. You don't want that. You probably should make that very clear. Question. Should the bottom of the cage wire be plastic coated? They don't have to be plastic coated. We've done different things. The coating works for us. We like it. I recommend it. We've kind of sanded the wire down once we put it in the cage. That worked a lot too. Worked a lot better. So we liked that. And then at the end of the cages, we kind of bend it over rather than cutting it off. That seemed to help quite a bit as well. So it doesn't, I recommend it, but it doesn't have to. Rose says, come to Canada. We are friendly. I would love to go to Canada. I was actually planning on going to Canada, I think 2 years ago when I was doing my trips. Every once in a while, I'll do a road trip and hand deliver hatching eggs or chicks or live birds on my route. So, I'll meet up with, if I can get 10 people to meet in one location, then I'll drive, We drove to New York, and we've driven to Pennsylvania. We've driven to Louisiana, Tennessee, Kentucky, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois. Um, I'm sure I'm forgetting some states, but we've traveled quite a bit. And if I could get enough people in that area, then they don't really pay for shipping. Um, they're getting as fresh eggs as possible. It's kind of a fun thing. I get to meet some customers. It's kind of a fun thing. But we were supposed, the whole meaning of that story was we were supposed to go to New York. We were going to, don't remember, but we were going through Niagara Falls. And I actually saw the sign that said, hey, veer left to go to Canada or something like that. I forget. And I thought, man, I really want to go to Canada, like so bad. Let's do it on the way home. And then it did not work out, unfortunately. I had to get home much faster than what I was planning on, and I was kind of in a rush. But I really would love to go to Canada. And I had a whole thing planned, and I was going to stay there for a couple of days and hang out, and I thought it was super cool, but didn't work. But I do want to go. Rich, and I'm not that far away. I'm like 7 hours, 9 hours. Richard says, strange to think that most countries are the size of our states. Some are, yeah. Bluegrass Transport says, how hard is it to get started in quail? Not hard at all. Once you start, you just can't stop. It's like those Pringles, once you start, you just can't stop. I've got a new to quail. Let's see. It's a playlist on our YouTube channel. If you go to playlist, I think it's new to quail and what I need to know. I would watch that playlist, but I'm telling you, super easy. Very rewarding, a lot of fun, very interesting. I definitely recommend it for sure. Brooke says, you place very small amount of warm water and salt soak for a few minutes. Poop dissolves fast. Keep the chicks or birds dry as possible and have considerable warmth to dry fast. There you go. Very cool. Thanks, Brooke. Junie says, I wouldn't put chickens in with quail. They could cross contamination, even if they are high up. I do agree with that. That is something that you can think about. I do know a lot of people that do it. We don't do it. Our quail are completely separate from everything else. Typically, it's very easy for quails to get something from chickens. But if they're up and the chickens can't get up there, it's very unlikely, but you're still raising. I agree with what Jeannie was saying. You are raising the possibility of transmitting something to one another. I do agree with that, but where I'm coming from is there's not a lot of people have limited space. So if you're going to do that, just keep in mind it's got to stay, stay separated, stay clean. Quail always need to be up high, you know. But yeah, I mean, you got to utilize the space you got to. So I do agree with what they said. Let's see. Joy says we have the autumn amber ones. What's the true hatch, and what else could we have? Autumn ambers breed pretty true. You might get an Egyptian every once in a while, maybe a pharaoh, and maybe a gold. But autumn ambers hatch fairly true. Fairly true. I don't remember the hatch rate. I've got a playlist called All About the Colors. There is an autumn amber video on there. You could watch that. It will give you the current hatch true rate. I don't remember off the top of my head. I really don't remember. It's on there, though. One of the simplest types of livestock you can get into, absolutely. Question, I have a very aggressive male. We've separated him, then added him back, and he still attacked the other roosters. Any advice? You're not going to like my advice. I don't put up with aggressiveness. I think that some of it I call any aggressors. I don't give them a chance. I would use a different male. I'm sorry. Especially since you've already done your step. You've already taken him out, brought him back in, and he's still being like that. But I do make sure that it's 5-to-1 ratio too. You might not have enough hens in there, so check that out first. I recommend a 5-to-1 ratio because of that right there. I had to soak 80 chicks. Takes time, but care for and love your. Heather's in the house from Ohio. Welcome. Glad you're here. Freezer camp. Yeah. This question. So, in your view, would it be cross mine with jumbo or continue breeding for size? I have 3 generations. I would keep breeding for size. But I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. How do from other people that I've spoken with that have a good thing going, when you cross 2 different, I'm going to use lines because breeds will get kind of confusing. But when you cross 2 lines, you typically start losing weight a little bit. Usually, not always. Usually. And then you have to build that back up. So just keep that in mind as well. Bluegrass Transport says Fort Worth, Texas, needing eggs to get started. I would be happy to help. Go to the website, myshirefarm.com, order whatever you'd like, and I will get you out as soon as possible. I am back. I'll be working here 7 days a week like I always do, and I am ready to get some orders out, so I'm pretty excited about it. We're at 71. We're at 75 likes. I don't think we're going to get to 120, and I'm not sure if we're going to get to 100. Support the channel. Hit the like button. If we get to 100, I got a surprise for you. But here's a little, even if we don't, I'll still tell you the surprise at the end of the video. But support the channel by hitting the like button. I'd appreciate it. Karina Miller says hello from Rochester, New York. Welcome. Getting 24 to 30 eggs per day now from our 35-ish jumbos. Couldn't be happier. Very cool. Very nice number on how many you have. And that 24 to 30 mark, I mean, that's like a plateau. That's like a ceiling. Once you hit there, you're off to the races. So you're doing great. Congratulations. Nikki says, question. If I want to breed a color, is it better to start with a female of that color or male? Then should I breed to a wild type to work that color? Last, can you breed silvers together? Yes, you can breed silvers together. I wouldn't do it for more than about 3 to 5 generations, but that's quite a bit of time. So yeah, you can breed those together, in my opinion. I would work with the female first. Nope, I lied. I'm completely wrong. Work with the male first. You can work with the wild type. We typically don't do that until after a generation or 2 is typically what we do. So we'll pretty much put them together, get some that we wanted out of it, put those together. Once we have a small group, 3 hens, 1 male or whatever, we'll hatch out, and then we'll put those babies with a wild. Steve says, if working with a 2x2 breeding area, would 5 hens to 1 roux or 10 to 2 be better? It's either one. 10 to 2 works just as fine. They're this exact same scenario. Oh, 2x2 breeding area. Got it. I was reading 2 times. Got it. If you're working with the 2x2 breeding area, other option, open the whole level roughly 2x7 feet with 15 to 3 or 20 to 4, which would be best for breeding. I would do the 20 to 4. You've got less waters to work on. You've got less feeders, and that works just fine. We do colony. That's a colony. 20 to 4 would be a colony, and that's what we do here is colony cages. And that is correct, Beth. Yes, silver to silver will give you a few whites every once in a while. Do you have an incubator recommendation for home production use? Very good question. I am starting to look into the incubators now. I do not have a recommendation yet, but I will in the future. I highly I highly recommend you go to Facebook, go to Newbie Quail Lovers on Facebook. It's a group that we started years ago, I think back in 17 maybe. And it's got like over 21,500 members. Post the question on there. What incubator do you recommend? And you'll get a ton of feedback and get personal reviews on them as well, is what I recommend on that. What would be the ideal laying rate? Here I have an 80% rate with my layers. Could that increase? I give a 21% protein feed for them with a 16% they don't lay as well. Interesting. 80% is about average, about normal. You could get up to 85, but 80 is pretty good, especially if it's consistent. Leanne says, I won eggs from New York State watching Terry Katrink's Corner. Unfortunately, they were sent on the 27th, and I won't get until the 2nd. Should I let them sit for 24 hours or more? Happy I have a second incubator. 27, 28, 29, 31, 2, 6. It doesn't matter. You could do 24. I would probably just let them sit for 12 hours and put them in, but you could do 24 if you want. Question, is there a chart of colors for quail? I have some neat colors I've never seen before. As far as right now goes, we have a YouTube video about the colors. It's like a slideshow with the names on it. Honestly, what I recommend is going to our website, just going to, like the shop section, and there's pictures of every different option we have, and you can kind of match up. The reason I say that is because there is a description with each one, which might give you a little bit more insight into it. I don't know when it's coming, but it is now on my list. I am redoing the descriptions on our website. That's pretty much going to do, that's in that All About the Colors playlist on YouTube on the video. It'll be on the description as well. Average egg size, average, maturity, average. So I'm very excited about that. Also, the pictures that I'm taking as for the chicks will also be on the website as well as one of the pictures you can look at. Mean males freezer camp, but I only breed for hawk food. There you go. Yeah, a lot of people were saying freezer camp. Build your own incubator. There you go. La Rochelle Farm says, is the white barring on quail dominant to a specific color? The white barring. On what? Most likely it's not dominant, but I can't. I'm a little confused. Usually it's not dominant though. Taco says, I had an aggressive female and I had no choice but to put her in the bachelor cage, and it's all good now. Interesting. Verna put the Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group link on there, so thank you very much, Verna. Bess is not talking to me. Whiskey Tango Farm says, do you do, I think that's spiritual, spiral breeding, or how do you switch out your birds when it's time for them to retire, go to freezer camp? We do, honestly, quite a bit of stuff. Eventually, they go to freezer camp. Eventually. We've got a section for our corporate accounts. Those are our old breeders that we've switched. Typically, they lay for about 2 years, but we switch out our males twice a year. We switch out our hens once a year. Those hens go into the other cage, the corporate cage, and we use those. And then the next round, whatever we replace next, we'll go in there, and then when the cages get full, we'll replace them with newer old ones, take the older old ones out, and they go to freezer camp. It's really confusing. It's not confusing. I'm just somehow wording it like really bad. Sorry. How can I learn more about spiral breeding? Very good question. I do not have any videos on that, but Beth does do spiral breeding. So she's on Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook. You could ask her on here, I guess. There you go. Reach out on the Facebook page later, and I'll discuss what I do. Very cool. Very interesting. Very cool, Beth. If you're interested, well, we'll talk this week. Whiskey Tango Farm says, when you talk about inbreeding, do you mean like taking chicks back to parents and then those chicks back to grandparents, or do you mean inbreeding a batch of chicks and then breeding those chicks? You could either one. We do both. At a limited basis, we do both. I would, if I had to say, we probably do. I don't know. We don't do a lot of it. I would probably say we probably do more brother to sister. Well, I don't. I guess it's about even as far as how we do that. Yeah, I mean, we do all three to answer your question. When you say you can breed 4 to 5 generations, and does that refer to breeding brother and sister? Yes, you can do that. You can breed them back to parents as well, just like she was mentioning. Typically, I've seen better results with breeding brother and sister, to be honest with you. Again, I wouldn't do it for very long. I wouldn't do it for very long, couple generations. But honestly, the best thing to do is have multiple cages, and then you're switching them around, things like that. Let's see, not talking to me. Order eggs and supplies at myshirefarm.com. Absolutely. Thank you, Verna. PH Fernandez says, what is the best jumbo quail color for a great laying hen? Does the color matter for this aspect? It doesn't, but jumbo wilds will always be the best jumbo, period. Jumbo wilds. Best for meat and eggs, period. Verna also put the link up for all about the colors. And Katernik's quail colors, what is what. So she is on a roll. Thank you very much. One final question. Ready to start with quail. I am looking at starting with your jumbo wilds. I recommend it. Do you recommend starting with the breed, or do you suggest starting with something else? No, I definitely recommend jumbo wilds. Also recommend like a feather sexual mix to get you started. It really depends on what you're wanting to do. If you're going for meat and egg production, self-sufficiency, jumbo wild for sure. If you're wanting to get into it and start out easy, feather sexual mix is always a good choice. If you want a bunch of colors and you don't really know what to choose, I definitely recommend either the rare variety mix or the regular variety mix. That'll hatch out a bunch of fun stuff, and then you can kind of pick and choose what you want to work on as far as genetics go. If you raise from meat, how old or what is the oldest they should be? I'm assuming butchering you're talking about. We butcher ours. At 8 weeks old is what we do. Jumbo wilds are the best for beginners. There we go. That's the best choice in my opinion. Absolutely. Jamie says, Dixie Delight Farm and Homestead here. Welcome, glad you're here. So disappointed in myself, have no idea what I did wrong, so I'm taking all the blame here. 30 sparklies, 30 autumn ambers. I only had 14. Very interesting. Humidity high, low, the whole regulate. Interesting. If you couldn't eat it, there's usually an issue with that. Why don't you get with me, Jamie, this week? If you can give me a couple days, maybe you can give me to like Wednesday or Thursday and message me 937-760-7282. Verna, if you'll put that on the comments so they could write it down. If you want to get with me this week, I'll ask some questions. Let's get to the bottom of it, try some things out, try to figure it out, and we'll get you taken care of. So we'll figure it out. Just give me a couple days to get caught up before we do that. Thank you very much, Verna. That is all the questions, and we're right around an hour, so that's perfect. We did not get to 100 likes, but that is okay. I will give you the other surprise. So the first surprise was I'm putting the white wing jumbos back on the website tomorrow. Nope, tonight, right after we're done in just a minute. The second is, and I didn't see my buddy on here, but we're actually going to start our auction soon. I'm hoping to start our auctions next weekend. So I'm very excited about that. So I'll be posting on Facebook if I can do that. I don't like to do auctions unless they can go out fairly quickly, like within 2 or 3 days. I was hoping to do it this coming up weekend, but I've got to get these back orders out. Plus, he did not. It doesn't matter. Anyways, auctions will start again. So I'll keep you posted on that. It won't be this coming up weekend. It should be that next weekend. So next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you are really, really going to want to talk or show up, because we're going to have a brand new color that I will introduce. So hit that like button, support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to have a brand new color that I will introduce that will be on the website. We're going to have the 18 and under giveaway contest, and I will be introducing or letting you know when we'll be starting the auctions, how it works, and we have a lot of fun with that. So I'm very excited about getting back to that. I just got to get caught up first. Now, I have a couple of notes about feed. I have actually decided not to go through front view feeds anymore. I am working on, well, I'm talking to a couple different feed companies right now. I'm narrowing our search down to one. There's two right now. I think I've decided what I'm going to do, but I haven't fully committed to that answer yet. But we're going to get one more pallet of front view feed, and then I am no longer going to be using them. I'm not going to go into why. I can tell you that there's multiple reasons. There is consistency reasons. There's a lot of reasons. Okay. So with that being said, there are a couple things that I am looking for in feed that I thought might be helpful for you to think about. So number one, we're trying some new things from new feed stores with a couple of cages. My thought process is that game bird feed typically are seasonal layers. Most game birds are seasonal. Most. All, except for Caturnix. And Caturnix really isn't even a game bird. They're just considered a game bird. But whatever. So we're trying some new things out. So I'm going to keep you posted on this feed thing. We're actually doing it's a mixture of kind of like a chicken game bird mix. I think it's working pretty well. I've been out of town, so I'm going to do some really cool numbers. I can tell you that, well, I'm not going to discuss it. Anywho, I am really happy with it. I'm going to do some major numbers this week, but the things that I was looking for was something that was made for an all year round laying season. Okay. So I wanted to work on that. The starter, we talked to a couple others that they wanted to do pellets. I do not like pellets. We've done pellets in the past. Maybe it's just a personal preference, but I didn't like pellets. I like a crumble. I like a crumble for our starter growers, our chicks. I also like a crumble for our layers. It seems like they waste less. It's easier to recirculate back in. Um, it seems like they eat more, but I also get better production, is what it seems like. We are testing a bunch of stuff out. I will keep you posted on all of this stuff. So we're trying some new things out. What I was explaining was I really wanted a crumble. And again, you guys can do whatever you want to do, but these were my focuses on when I was looking for a new company to work with. I wanted a crumble. I wanted consistency. And I mean, I wanted every bag I opened to look the exact same. Number three, I wanted the date on the label when it was bagged. One company, I don't want to say lost the bid, we decided not to go with because they refused to do that. I want to know how old my feed is. And I don't think that it's not been on there. So that was another requirement. Obviously, obviously, I'm going to have a little bit more pool because I'm ordering, 7 tons a week or 7 tons a month, 8 tons a month. So obviously, I'll have a little bit more pool with that. But if you could find something that's crumble, I highly recommend it. These are my recommendations. I want to throw that at you. These are my recommendations. This is what I looked for. But I really like to crumble. I really wanted between a 26 and 30% protein for the starter growers. I really wanted a very true consistency to every bag. I wanted to know the date. I wanted a 15 to 18% protein for my layers. I wanted a 3.5 to 4.5% calcium, and I was explaining that I was more on the 4 to 4.5. After talking for a while with certain people, we've decided that 4 to 4.5 is acceptable. 3.5 we don't want to do anymore. 3.5 is okay. It's okay. But if I'm going to be spending the money on this feed, then I want what I want. So we're looking at 4 to 4.5, and I found that acceptable. And also, we are starting with, and we're testing this. We're testing this. So I'm not saying that we're for sure doing this yet, but we're actually looking at a 2.5 to 3% fiber. And so we're testing that out in a cage as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 different experiments going on. Not a lot of information was written down in this past week, so I'm a little behind on that, which is very disappointing. But I am back, so I'll be writing down a bunch of different numbers this week, and I will give you guys a lot more information on what we chose, who we chose, why we chose it, and all that stuff coming soon. But I want to feed them the best because I expect the best out of them, you know. So anyways, those were my requirements. We are getting more than what we bargained for, which is very cool. Very, very cool. I'm very excited about that. And we're working out a deal where the one company that's going to get, no, I don't want to say that. The one company that we're going to work with is going to get all of our business. So that's our emu food, ratite. That's going to be our pig feed, our donkey feed, our goat feed, our chicken, peacock, geese. All those are kind of mixed together anyway. And then our quail. So, I've been pushing them quite a bit. I am getting some experts to give me a call this week from a couple different companies. I will be comparing notes to see if they all are consistent, and try to get some more answers here. It cannot be medicated. Uh, my opinion. I would not do a medicated feed, and I didn't want a GMO. I wanted non-GMO feed, and I've been pretty picky. I usually am not, but I've been pretty picky on this, and I'm very happy that I have been. So I probably won't know for a few weeks, but when I decide what we're going to do and officially start getting it in, I will give you guys as much information as possible on why we chose it, what it is, and everything like that. So keep that in mind. I did see quite a bit more comments. I'll go through them very quickly, and then we will get off here. To do what wasn't there supposed to be something about, oh yes, oh, that was before I did it. Okay. New color and auction, so awesome. Yes, thank you very much. I'm very excited as well. Doesn't sound like negotiations went well with front view. We didn't negotiate very much. We didn't negotiate very much. Trying to boost my protein with mixing catfish feed with chick starter. Interesting. I use Gamebird starter mixed. Zach, not sure if they go out your way, but pulling grain out of Vermont is an excellent product. Interesting. I'll take a look at that tonight. One-on-one with one chicken layer. Interesting. Been feeding a lot of cicadas lately. Sure. Is it okay to grind up cat food to up the protein and fat? I do know a lot of people have done it. I don't have any experience with it. Auction group on Facebook is called the Myshire Quail Egg Auctions. Yes, it is. I get Gamebird starter from Deer Western, $14, 50 pounds. It's fine ground. Interesting. 28% protein. Interesting. Hi, all from the Caribbean. Made it. Awesome. Thank you very much for showing up. I appreciate it. And should I use ground oyster shells to up the calcium? In the past, if you need to increase calcium, that is the best way to do it. Brooke says, introducing my new layer feed to my quail now. I only use GMO Gamebird feed and now supplementing with calcium carbonate that Terry recommended in his recent video. Interesting. When I start laying, then I switch over to layer crumbles. Sounds like you are as animal poor as we are. Yes, we're very lucky in that aspect and very busy. Do you consider the calories of the feed or just calcium and protein? Actually, I just consider the calcium and the protein, but that could all change after I talk to some experts. I'm very excited about talking to some. I'm very excited to talk to some experts that know way more than I do. So I'm very excited about that, and I will keep you posted on it. I don't know if it's going to be video or here. There is a possibility that they'll be stopping here and having a meeting with us. If that's the case, I'm really hoping I can convince them to do a YouTube video for me, but we'll see how that goes. But I'm just happy to get some information. I've got a ton of questions already, so keep that in mind. I'll be bringing that out shortly as well. All right, that is all I've got for tonight. We went over by quite a bit, but we did go over. But I did have a lot of information, a lot of great questions tonight. So thank you all for participating. We only need 4 more likes to hit 100. If you have not, please support the channel by hitting that like button. I'd really appreciate it. The Jumbo White Wing Pharaohs will be back on our website, myshirefarm.com. In just a few minutes. I'll be doing it as soon as I get off here. And then auctions on our Facebook group, Myshire Farm Quail Egg Auctions, will be up and running in just a few weeks. So keep a lookout on that. If you are on Facebook, I'll be posting shortly. Beth, I will be getting with her this week. I've got a couple fun things to do for the Newbie Quail Lovers site and YouTube. I'll be talking to Verna this week on Thursday about some YouTube video discussions. Hopefully she'll be able to help me out with. So I'm going to ask for more help in the coming weeks and months so that we can get better content for you and better things going. And I just can't feel bad about asking for help. So next week, we have our 18 and under contest winner that I will be announcing. We have a brand new color that I will be introducing. And I felt like there was something else we were going to do next week, but I can't remember. And I might have more information about the feed. So I'm very, very excited about that. So everybody, I will not be shipping tomorrow because tomorrow is Memorial Day. I hope everybody has a safe and reflective weekend. Hope you can spend some time with each other. And I will be working my butt off getting caught up in here. Also, 3 to 5 day shipping wait time. 3 to 5 day wait time to ship your eggs if you order on the website. So all the fruits of my labor are coming together. So a lot of great information tonight. I've got a lot of information for you next week. Super excited about it. I will be on Katernik's Corner's YouTube channel with a couple people. Slightly Redneck. I kept thinking of the name and I couldn't remember his channel. Slightly Redneck will be on Katernik's Corner on Tuesday, and I think like Maine's Confetti Quail will be on the website as well, or on the YouTube video as well. I am planning on making it. I don't know why I wouldn't. So you never know with a week out. There's a lot of stuff to do, but I am planning on being there. So yeah. Katernik's Corner this Tuesday, 7 p.m. There's going to be quite a bit of us on there. Plus, Terry will obviously be on there as well. Thank you, everybody that supported the channel tonight. We hit over 100 likes, so thank you very, very much. And then we will see you all Tuesday if you can join them on Katernik's Corner, or us, I guess. And then this next coming up Sunday, be here or be square, because I've got a lot of info coming your way. We're going to talk about whatever I learned about the feed. We're going to talk about the new color. I'm going to give you all the information on it and so much more, plus the 18 and under contest. So thank you all for supporting the channel. We hit over 100. Thank you so much. Love you guys. We will see you next week. Stay safe and have a happy and safe and great holiday weekend. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.